Okay. All right. So we should be live. We should be live. Let me see if I can find the stream here. And there it is. Okay, a bunch of people are in the chat. And I'll wait for the audio. Shouldn't have cleared my throat when I pushed the live button, but oh well. Amateur hour here today. Amateur hour here. Emergency broadcast, though, because we weren't planning on doing a broadcast today. I was hoping that Steve was going to do one, but it turned out he couldn't do one. And then my buddy, who always calls before showtime, he called about 5 minutes to 5. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, folks. Don't know what to do, but the lovely Brianna's in here, and she's been holding down the fort. Leon was in the house first. Lance was in shortly thereafter. Kyle was in the house early. And these are all before showtime, before the official showtime. And Lance says I'll send some cool watches today. Let's see. And Tim's in the house. All right, so we're going to talk about gold today. There's a real problem I'm noticing in the forums, and a lot of the forums, people are spending too much money for steel watches. We're seeing this phenomenon continuing. And you know, here, let's take a close-up at the gold stunner here. Here's a gold stunner. I'll tell you, I think, and by the way, I've got the little treasury bug up there in the upper right-hand corner. And I might be doing a deal here for a faux pay bracelet. There's a possibility there'll be a deal coming soon on a faux pay bracelet. Let me see if I can find the picture. The picture of the Stevester wearing the faux pay bracelet. Give me a second here. And I will find it. Let's see. Where is it? Here it is. There is the faux pay bracelet that's on his right hand there. And on his left hand in that picture is the 002 stunner with the factory strap on it, factory brown strap. And that was the day that I took delivery of that watch. And you can see the faux pay bracelet there. And so that's what I'm going to be talking to the Stevester about, is a faux pay bracelet. So what do we think about that? What do we think about that? Now, since Bree's in the chat, let's show Bree's bug. Let's show Bree's bug. There we go. BreeFitDance.com. We got Bree's bug up on the channel. And so I'm thinking that gold might be the way to go. And we might even have to wait a little bit longer, and maybe we should accumulate some more money so that when we get the watch for the lovely Brianna, maybe it should be gold. What do you all think? Do you think Brianna's first major timepiece should be 18 karat solid gold? What do you all think? Let me know in the chat what you think about that. Is that a bold idea? You know, when I was 20, I bought my first date 8 when I was 20. And the lovely Brianna is 20. What do you think? Let's see. Lance is all over the place. He says, I'm playing golf with some of my friends tomorrow morning. There you go. That's a tough life. Kevin says, nice. I played yesterday. It was too hot. Hot. Okay, so so gold. We're talking about gold here. Let's pull up a picture of the date 8. Look at that. Look at the 18238 with my money clip. Next to my money clip, my gold money clip. What do you all think? Do you think that gold is the way to go? Here's the thing. For many, many years, when somebody got a high-quality dress watch, it was always a gold watch. You know, if you were retiring from some company or something, unless it was a cheapskate company, they always gave you a gold watch. That's what you got. You got a gold watch, right? They didn't give you a steel watch, like I say, unless they were a cheapskate company. They gave you something in gold. They gave you something in gold, right? Isn't that the way to go? What do you all think? Am I delusional that it should be gold? What do you think? Let's put Bree's bug back up. BreeFitDance.com. BreeFitDance.com. Not getting much feedback on the gold. Let me catch up on the comments here. I'm a little bit behind. Fellows in the house. I could Skype in later if that's good. Absolutely. Skype in. We'll talk about gold. We'll talk about gold. Let's see. Carlos says, hello from Panama. Starting to enjoy my 2 weeks of mandatory quarantine. Let's talk to Carlos about gold also. He has some gold watches. Leslie's in the house, and she says hello. We'll try to get her opinion on gold. Jipu says, you're buying from Little Treasury. There's a potential deal in the works, and I'll have more information in the next couple of days. But yes, there's a potential deal for a faux pay bracelet in the works. And I won't say who, but a member of the Wrench Gang might also be involved. A member of the Wrench Gang might also be involved, but I will not say who. I will not disclose that information. That's up to the member of the Wrench Gang to disclose or not disclose as they see fit. My lips are sealed. Carlos is in the house. Brianna deserves gold. I think stainless steel Rolex better for her as first quality watch. Well, you just contradicted yourself there, Carlos. You said she deserves gold, but then you think her first watch should be stainless steel. Come on now. Come on. You can't have it both ways here. Jupu says, I don't want dubious characters following Bree around if they notice the gold watch. Nothing wrong with steel for the first watch. Jupu in the house. Let's see. And Leon says, Craig, when you got your date, it was the 1970s. Gold fit right in as it was a gaudy time. Actually, a lot of classy people were wearing gold watches, so they weren't always gaudy. Brianna says, gold is a good option. Lance is in the house. You should get Bree a two-tone Jubilee Datejust 26. All gold watches can be hard to match with outfits. I think that two-tone combines sportiness with elegance and would look great on Bree's wrist. Good point. Good point. But gold goes with any outfit. Gold, 18-karat yellow gold goes with anything. It doesn't discriminate. It goes with anything. And as far as security goes, Bree takes her security very seriously, and she does not put herself in harm's way and go around nefarious characters without proper security. She's very smart in that way, and I don't think she's going to put herself at risk in questionable areas around dubious characters without the proper security. And it's probably not good to be around dubious characters anyway. So the Dupai expat is in the house. He says, hello, Craig. Hello to everyone. Kyle's in the house. I see what Carlos means. She can get gold later, but for a first Rolex, the stainless oyster petrol would be great. Carlos, if you are not jet lagged, could you Skype in to talk about gold? Absolutely, he can Skype in. Okay, so here's the deal, though, Kyle. I mean, let's throw out numbers. Let's say she spends around $3,000, low $3,000s for a steel watch, right? If you took that and you put about $4,000 with it, you can get. We've seen some gold watches, and maybe Lance can come up with a couple of options. We've seen some all gold options in the $7,000-8,000 range, in really good shape. So here's the problem. See, if you buy the steel watch, now all of a sudden the gold watch gets much further out of reach, right? Because you've already shot part of your load there, right? And I think that's the problem some of these folks in the forums have, where they've bought all these expensive steel watches, and they've kind of shot their load on steel, and now they can't get a gold stunner even if they wanted to, right? Their credit cards are all maxed out and so on and so forth. They've got a second mortgage on their house, and so they could buy that Daytona they wanted. And so they're totally overextended, and so they've got, half dozen, maybe a dozen or so steel stunners, and now they'll never be able to get a gold stunner. They've kind of put themselves in a box. So think about it from that standpoint too. And Tim, let's see. I already read Tim's. Leon says, the same classy people that went around in Cadillacs and slick back hair that would make you an offer you cannot refuse. There were some gangsters that wore gold Rolexes, but there were also some classy folks that wore that were not gangsters back in the day. The Dubai expat with advanced knowledge here, okay. The two-tone 36mm Jubilee with fluted bezel would be great for Brianna. No, it won't fit her. She's got a tiny wrist. She can't wear the 36mm. It's too big for the lovely lady Brianna. Sorry, but we've already discussed she has tiny, tiny wrists. I think her wrist is about the same size as the lovely Leslie. I think they're about the same size wrists. Tiny, tiny wrists. So, Fisto Bozer says, Craig, why doesn't GS make solid gold sports models? That's a very good question. Why doesn't GS do a lot of things? Because they don't listen to me, right? If they listened to me, they would have some awesome models. Now, thank goodness they did make the 231 Stunner. Thank goodness they made that. Now, for a sport watch, I think titanium is an ideal metal. I really do. I don't think that watch would be that useful in 18 karat gold. It would just be way too heavy. It's a big watch, right? It'd be way too heavy. And so I think for an absolute 100% sport watch, I think they got it right on the 231 with that titanium and that legibility that it has and the functionality that it has. But in today's show, we're not talking about practicality here. We're talking about a gold stunner. We're talking about a gold stunner to have on wrist. And so, yeah, that's where we're headed now. And we're thinking that maybe that's the way to go. Maybe solid 18 karat gold is the way to go. Leon's in the house. Thanks to them, when you discussed trunk space in Cadillacs, you did not talk about cubic feet. You talked about how many bodies could fit in. Hey, at Cadillacs, they did have big trunks. Absolutely. I sent an email of a solid gold Panerai I'm considering. Please, 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 no Panerais. Please, let's take a look at it, though. We will take a look. I'm not a big Panerai fan, but we'll take a look. Let's take a look. At least it's gold. And maybe you can get a deal on it. Okay, so... All right, first, well, we don't really like to show videos, but I'll show this one. He sent a link to a video also. We'll try to show this. Let's see if we can get this to load up. I'll cut to it when it starts playing.
Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's your purchase and pricing email question line for purchasing this or any watch you see on my social media, our channel here, or our website. Reach out to me
so I'll leave that. I'll play that. I'll stop that right there. And yeah, we've seen that. We've seen that watch before and talked about that model before. I believe that's rose gold. So, yeah, we would probably pass on that just because we don't go for the whole rose gold thing. So, yeah. And the 002 is much thinner than that watch, too, by the way. Okay, so now here's another option. Stand by. Here's that Panerai. Here's that Panerai. I'll tell you what. I would much rather buy that than a steel Panerai, and no doubt about that. No doubt about that. And see, though, I do really like a deployant clasp. That conventional clasp, you're going to have a lot of wear and tear on that strap every time you open and close, take the watch on and off of wrist. So... I mean, I'm not a fan of the style of Panerais. I know some people love them, but I'll tell you what, if I was a player on that watch, I'd certainly make a low offer. He says make offer. I certainly would not offer more than 10 grand for that watch. That would be my max. And, you know, for $12,999, obviously it's a make offer, so you wouldn't pay that much for it. But, you know, let's say you could get it for $12,000, for example, right? I would much rather add another 2 grand to that and get myself a date 8 with a President bracelet. For $14,000, I think you can get an 18238 in decent shape. So that would probably be the way I would go. So yeah, I would lowball offer on that puppy. Let's see. Carlos is in the house. I loved your yesterday's photo of the turtle extracting the DNA from the watch. Fisto, that wasn't a turtle. That was a clone. Hello, everybody. Is Eduardo in the house? Haven't seen him. Let's see. Carlos, did you manage to get Craig's brain into a turtle? Brilliant. Okay. Bowser. Okay. Leon, I know about caddy trunk space. When I had my 1995 DeVille, I dressed up like a mobster one Halloween and stuffed the trunk with several borrowed department store mannequins and talked in mob slang. There you go. Well, I'll tell you what, a 1976 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham, they had a big trunk. 1976 was the last year of the big 133-inch wheelbase Broughams, and you talk about a big trunk. Those were big trunk. The only problem with those cars is they rusted down the moldings on the sides. They had defective clips, and they always blistered around there. And that was a problem that the 76 Cadillacs had, unfortunately. But those were cool with that 500 cubic inch engine. And people say, well, the horsepower rating was real low. And all. But they did horsepower ratings different then. And it had a ton of torque. That thing got up and went. I tell you it did. I drove those cars quite a bit, and they did great. Even the Caddies with the 472 engines in them, they ran great. Even the 1979 Cadillac with the 425, they drove great. Plenty of power. So, yeah. Let's see. Craig, do you have solid gold fillings? No, I don't. And I only have a couple of fillings. I've only had a few cavities my entire life, but they're not solid gold. I think some of them are the color of the tooth, and then some of them are the, steel-looking color. So, yeah. Craig, I sent you a photo of gold on my wrist. Tim in the house. Okay, we'll look at it. You could fit a horse in those trunks, Fisto. Okay, all right, so let's take a look here. Let's take a look. I don't see it. Let me see. Okay, here it is. Gold on wrist. What is that? Is that a big piece of gold? Is that what that is? Doesn't really look like gold, but maybe it's gold. Okay, I'll go for it. All right. Absolutely. And okay, we are ready. We are ready. Ready. Time check. Just coming up on 20 minutes after the hour, and hopefully the lovely Brianna will be Skyping in. We got her bug on the screen, and maybe even Carlos. Carlos didn't say one way or the other. Let's see. These rubber pieces between the taillight clusters and the rear fenders on those caddies also fell off. Yeah, they had to be. They really should have been garage kept. If those things did not weather well when they're outside. But yeah, that's best to have them garage kept. And Lance sent an email. Okay, let's take a look. Let me see here. What happened? Something happened here. Oh, inbox. Okay. I kind of messed up the way this thing's working here. Give me a second here. I I messed something up. Okay, there we go. All right. We're back to normal now. I clicked on the wrong thing. And I will bring up this Seamaster. Okay. Here is a ladies Omega Seamaster, 18 karat gold and stainless, white dial. That is a good looking piece. I have to give it to you. And that will probably have a screw down crown. I'm going to add that to the watch list. Can anybody confirm if that watch has a screw down crown or not? I think it probably does. I think all the Seamasters do. Seamaster 120. See, I had a Seamaster 120. They're solid pieces. I don't remember that gap in the bracelet there. They must have done the woman's one a little bit differently. That gap down by the clasp. It looks pretty good, though. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. Oh, box too? Box and papers? Whoa. Tell you what, Lance doesn't fool around, and it's in Texas. Lance doesn't fool around. What size is this puppy? 26 mil. Yeah, so that would be acceptable. 26 mil. It'd be super reliable because it's the quartz. That would be a possibility for the lovely Brianna. It's a good-looking piece, I think. I absolutely think that's a good-looking piece, that Omega. Omega's no joke. Thank you for sending that in. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm in the pool, but I can Skype if you want. Okay. Well, when it's convenient for you, Skype in. Maybe when you finish your swim, or if you think you can do it while you're in the pool. Okay. Cheat Town says, Craig, which do you find more practical, a dive bezel or a chronograph? Oh, absolutely a dive bezel. Absolutely, not even a close call. I don't think I would use a chronograph. I never really even thought of a situation where I would use that. If I was into racing a lot and all that, I might use it. Let's see, Craig. Perfect watch for Bree. The Omega is... Uh-oh, the Omega's ugly. Uh-oh. Somebody's saying the Omega's ugly. Casio A158W in gold. Okay. You got to send a link, though, for us to look at it. Tim's in the house. Carlos, that would be great. Wear a gold stunner if you have one. It has a screw-down crown, says Lance. Absolutely it does. Oh, let me make sure that I've got the Skype running properly. Let's see here. Make sure it's in the background here. Yes. It is ready. Skype is ready. All right. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to minimize the control software. Don't really need access to that right now. So, yes, I just confirmed Skype is ready. Okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, if you're going to getting a two-tone for ladies, it has to be Rolex, okay? But I'll tell you what, that's a hell of a buy. That's a good buy on a solid piece. Those are solid pieces. I wore one for about 3 or 4 years, and it was a solid piece, a 120. Sent email, okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look. But yeah, I think that we might be headed towards solid gold. Solid gold is where we might be headed for the lovely Brianna. For the lovely lady Brianna. Wow. Okay. Okay, you guys want her to really step up. A date just, a 6-digit date just. There you go. Well, that's a step up. Absolutely. Stepping up. Stepping up. Stepping up. What do you think? You think the Jubilee or the President bracelet for the lovely Lady Bree? Because you could get one with the President bracelet for about that same price very easily. You can get one, a 6-digit. That's got the modern clasp on it. Full box and papers. What do you think? You think the lovely Lady Bree should have a Jubilee or the President bracelet if she steps up? If she steps up, let's see. Okay. Is the Omega Quartz? Yes, it is. Let's see. Heavy hitter. Okay, you could make Archie an offer on that lady's Rolex he has. Is it all gold? Let's see. Is the Omega Quartz? Okay, I said yes. Carlos says, I think I will have the Doxa here until the end of the 2 weeks quarantine. Okay. Fisto says, Craig, after Bree gets her watch, will we then have to move on to which Lexus or Toyota she should get? She has a decent Honda right now, so I don't think she needs to do a car upgrade right now, but maybe an LS sedan, maybe, I think that would be a classy ride, an LS sedan. Yeah, I think so. Mr. Q's in the house. That Omega is decently, I think he meant priced, almost a bargain and a good starter to evolve in appreciation, Mr. Q. Good common sense comment. Lance is in the house. Craig, would you consider a solid gold tag, who or for Bree? I don't think that's a way to go. No, I don't think we should go that way. Let's see. Cheat Town says, my neighbor who was in the service originally wanted to get the old original Doxa sub from the 70s, but it was prohibitively expensive then. He ended up getting a 5513 Submariner from the PX instead. Interesting. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. All right, let's take another look at the diver. Email's out. Okay, let's check the email. Let's check the email here. Okay. Here is the Casio. Here is the Casio. Okay. Is that actually solid gold? I don't think so. I don't think that's solid gold. Not for that price. And it doesn't look like it's solid gold. So no, I think, yeah. I think if we were going to get her something like that, I think we just go Apple Watch, right? If she wants some kind of a computer watch, some kind of electronic watch, I think just get her an Apple Watch at that point. So, yeah. But we appreciate the thought. We appreciate the thought. Let's see here. I don't think tag does solid gold. Let's see. Leon's in the house. Lance needs his wrench revoked for suggesting a tag product. It is better to get a fake Rolex than a tag, says Leon. Tim, that picture of gold was when it had just been poured. It cools down quickly and is not bright and shiny because it's about 80% gold. Okay. They refine it further at the mint. Fascinating process. Okay. There you go. Dubai X-Pack, of course not. It is $40 or so. The Casio is iconic. Okay. And looks elegant on girls. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. But I think we're going to go with something else maybe. We'll see. We shall see. I haven't seen Bree chime in the chat here for a little while. Maybe she's getting ready to call in. Let's see. I would revoke Lance's wrench for that bad judgment on a gold tag. Well, Lance does push the envelope occasionally, but we kind of like that about Lance. He's kind of a risk taker, and he kind of gets out there a little bit, and so that's okay. That's okay. At Leon, I have no issues with my tags. They're great watches. They're not as high quality as Rolex or GS, but are solid watches for the money. Okay. But we're trying to get away from the for the money thing. We're not, we're not trying to buy watches with regard to cost. We're trying to buy them with regard to quality. And so we determine the quality piece that we want, then we worry about the price. Right? That's the pecking order here, is we look at the quality first, and then we worry about the price. Lance is a tag fanboy. I always buy that Casio for my girlfriends, and they love it. Now, how many girlfriends do you have out there bouncing around? Do tell. Do tell. They prefer it over their Patek Philippe, is that right? Apple Watches, okay, and Apple Watches, okay. Very, very interesting. The Dubai expat obviously has a way with the women. He's got a lot of women on the hook there, hanging out in Dubai. Well, why not? Why not, I say? It can be playing with fire, though, sometimes. If one finds out about the other, it can be an issue. We've been on air for 32 minutes and 31 seconds. And we're streaming at 5.61 megabits per second, or megabytes per second. Is that megabits or megabytes? I don't know. Something like that. Let's see here. Rolexes are for ladies who listen to their man. Cartier, Chopard, and others is what women is what women look and other women in the hierarchy of this semi-luxury hobby. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean by that. I would think that a gold Rolex would be at the top of the pecking order there. I would think a gold Rolex would be right up there, right at the top. Leon says tag products are not even for the money. Why would somebody buy a $1,000 tag when there are much better watches for $1,000 or less? Okay. Let's see. John LT, still finding a Brie watch. The JLC Duo Face is amazing horology. Okay. Good evening, folks. KN in the house. Okay. Absolutely. And Cheetown says, at least the Dubai expat doesn't tell the women to put on his Cartiers. That's not Carters. What's that? Cartier. That's not. Is that how you spell Cartier? I'm not sure. And take them back at the end of the night. Is that how you spell Cartier? Maybe. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's the way to go either. I really don't. Okay. Yeah. So we're getting through this here. We're getting through this. We're getting through this today. And by the way, how does my 002 look on the wrist with the sleeves rolled up? This kind of a semi-casual look. What do you think? How's that looking on wrist? Does the size look okay? Does it look okay on my wrist? What do you think there? Let me just get a close up here. The watch itself. So, and I'm still liking the black. I'm still liking the black strap. Absolutely, I'm liking the black strap with the deployant clasp. So let's see. Fistos, Craig, what will happen first, the 2020 election or Brie getting her watch? That's a good question. I think it depends on the watch. If it's a gold watch, it might happen after the election. But if it's a steel watch, maybe before. I think that depends on that pecking order of how things go down. Yes, that is how you spell Cartier. Okay, good. Okay, we got it down. We got that resolved. I often wear a Casio A158 when I date a girl. Okay. They also like it on my wrist. There you go. Let's see. I'm still preferring the brown strap. Okay, Carlos likes the brown strap. But then again, Carlos prefers a white gold date 8 over a yellow gold date 8 too. So Carlos, nothing personal, but your taste, it can be a little bit off kilter sometimes, just a little bit. Let's see. Tim is in the house. The O2 always looks good, says Tim. All right, let's take a poll here. How many people prefer the black strap that's on it right now versus the brown strap that it came with, okay? Which do you guys prefer? What do you think? Let us know in the chat. Black or brown? Let's see here. Oh, boy. Yawning. Let's see. At Dubai Expac, you don't want to send the wrong message with a Rolex on your wrist. Okay. Let's see here. Yes, I'd rather like to find a girl that likes me without Rolex than a girl who only likes my watch. Hey, take them any way you can get them. Take that advice. Take them any way you can get them. You're out there sowing your wild oats. Go for it, I say. You're a young man. Go for it. Kevin's in the house. No, I'm with Carlos here. Yellow and brown works. Okay. You need to listen to Carlos, then white gold is the way to go. No way on that. Then we got to vote for black. We got to vote for brown. And David says brown all day. Wow. And Cheetown says, Craig, when I'm highly successful, I'll swing by, borrow your Prius and pick up my date. I can swing, pick her up. I can't swing, pick her up in a Porsche. Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe you've got a little bit of a issue with your wording there. But anyway, I think that I think that the car can be an issue. I think if you pull up in a Porsche, I think sometimes they do take that the wrong way. That they think that you're like a playa, man. That might backfire. Okay, Lance is in the house. I think most of them don't really know about the watch. And if they do notice you're wearing a Rolex and they know what it is, I don't think that is generally taken negatively. Unless you financed it. Then that would be a real problem, I think. I think that'd be a real problem if you put it on your credit card. Tim's in the house. Craig, can we see the brown strap? I'll show you the picture of Steve wearing the watch because I have that handy. Let's see. Steve with the faux pay bracelet. There it is. So there's the watch on the brown strap that came on it. And there is the faux pay bracelet. So there you go. That's what that looks like. And got a couple more votes for brown. Syntax error. I could Skype in soon. Okay, do it. Do it, lovely Bree. Do it, lovely Bree. My phone is being a piece of junk. I'll borrow your Prius and pick up my first date. No luxury automobile on a first date. There you go. Okay. Yes, be sensible. Come across as sensible. Let's put Bree's bug back up before I forget. Okay. And let me minimize this software control so that we're ready for the call-in. Let's see here. Oh, Bree likes the brown. We got a lot of votes for brown. Interesting. I might have to... I really like the black. I think the black makes the gold pop more. It gives more contrast. It makes the gold really pop. Let's get a close-up one more time here. I think you guys are... I think it's even possible that you all are trolling me. I think it's possible you all are trolling me. You can't be serious. I mean, this looks stunning. Absolutely stunning. So, okay. Let's see. Bree says brown. Yes, of course she did. Cheetown, I highly suggest a quartz steel Grand Seiko and a Toyota Camry for the first date. Okay. I choose black and brown, says Tim. Visto says use public transit for your first date. Then you'll really know she loves you. I think love is highly overrated, okay? Highly overrated. A lot of people use that term very often, and then they're often the ones that end up, being married and divorced like 4 or 5 times. So yeah, there's that. I think only Bitcoin is forever. That's the only thing. By the way, Bitcoin took a dump. I wonder if you all are buying the dump. Is anybody buying the dump on the Bitcoin? I might buy some tomorrow. I really need more Bitcoin like I need a hole in the head, but I might buy some more tomorrow just because I can. Let's see. Kyle says brown is hands down better, but I agree with Craig that the black goes with more stuff. I wear black shoes and belt more often too. There you go. I like black with more formal attire, but got a casual look. Brown hands down, Kevin. Now, black is like wearing a pair of white Nike shoes with brown shoelaces. Okay. I also like that the pattern on the brown was more visible. Okay. Wear a tutor for the first date and see if she has good judgment. That is a good point. That is a good point. Let's see. Sent a link to a 24-minute crater. Okay. Took a dump. Yeah. Okay. Let me check this out here. Oh wow. There's a couple of emails here. Leon picked this up. Okay. Let's see here. $19.99. There you go. All right. He got a deal on a Zenith. All right. Let's see. Here's a ladies' Crador. Okay. There's a ladies' Crador. Nice looking piece. Don't particularly like that case design. I like a more conservative case design, but not a hateful piece. Not a hateful piece. Oh, here comes the lovely Breeze call. The lovely Bree calling in.
Hello.
Let me put my headset on here. Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. So what do you think? What do you think about a solid gold, all gold watch?
I think it's a good option. But I would have to see it in person first and then, see my options.
Okay. All right.
But gold is a good option. I like gold.
Okay.
Yellow gold to be
Yeah.
exact.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. So yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay. So let me get caught up on the comments here. Wedding in a couple of days. Going to wear skinny lapels, too tight outfit, tennis shoes, and skin fade haircut. Then I woke up and grew a brain and will dress properly. Midnight blue tuxedo. There you go. Triforce Rich. Leon in the house. If you're wearing a tutor for a date, are you also visiting a hotel that charges by the hour? Uh-oh, that's not good. Carlos says at Leon, nice pick. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're caught up on the chat. All right. So now on another subject, you shared one of your videos in a couple of the groups today, right?
I did hooping groups and some dance groups as well.
Did that go okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Any comments from anybody?
Yeah, someone said loved it.
Okay. Well, there you go. They have good taste then. Okay, Triforce Switch says no surprise. Bree likes the gold. People like her tend to love it. Okay. I guess what you mean by people like her is people that have a lot of class and style. Yes, I would agree with that. Triforce Rich says, thanks, Carlos. Mr. Gumpy says, blimey, we'll have to turn this off in case my wife walks in. Oh, yeah. If your wife sees the lovely Brianna on the screen, that could be a problem. Absolutely. Let's see. Okay. All right. So we're caught up. All right.
It could be a job interview.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what else is going on? Can you bring us up to date?
Well, just working on my live show and still looking if there are any guests. I mean, maybe Kyle and Leslie could join.
Okay. Do you have a confirmation from them?
No, not really.
Okay. Would you like me to give you Kyle's email address?
Sure, if that's fine.
Okay. If you email me, just remind me. I'll send you his email address so you can get in direct contact and see if you can schedule them as a guest. Because when you're a producer for a show, you have to be very professional. You know?
Right, not just like text. Oh, hey, can you?
Yeah, you have to be very professional and organized, and that's what producers do. So let's see. Okay. Yep, that's exactly what I meant, Craig. What else could I mean? Okay. And then Fisto says, thank you, Bree, for wearing athletic gear when you Skype in. Okay, there you go. Well, sometimes she wears dresses, and she wears different things depending on what she's up to. But sometimes you're working out, right?
Yeah, a lot of the times.
So yeah, that's the way that works. Now, are you increasing your hooping time each day?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Like 30 and up.
Okay, good. And that's coming along? You're making progress? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Craig, do you think the quality of the HD strap is better than the factory GS strap? Not better. I'd say different. The GS strap, the leather on the inside is a little bit softer, but he said that the gentleman that makes the HD straps said that those will wear out quicker. That leather will wear out quicker. So there's a downside to that. But I didn't wear it enough to know if that's true. But I would say different. I'd say they're both very high quality, but kind of a little different, if that makes any sense. Cheetown's in the house. No wonder so many of these middle-aged men in the watch community hate you, Craig. A female actually comes on your show. Yeah, well, they're in their mom's basement, and some of them are total losers. And so, yeah, there's some jealousy out there. And we talked about that, Bree, when I said that you start building your brand and start putting content out there, that there are going to be a lot of people that are going to be jealous of you. And the thing is,
emotions.
The thing is, you just can't let that get to you. You just have to do your thing. And if they have issues, that's kind of like their problem, right? If they're total losers, that's kind of their problem. But you will do what you can to help them, just like I do what I can to help the trolls on this channel, right? But sometimes they get to the point where they just have to be blocked, and you just can't help them.
You give them a little chance, small chance.
Some people you just can't help, right? They're going to kind of be losers. So,
right.
So yeah. Let's see here. And Kyle says, please give me my email, and we can confirm with her, or Leslie's if you have that, Craig. I don't think I have Leslie's, but I'll send it to Kyle, and maybe Kyle can coordinate with Leslie. Well, I'll send you Kyle's, and you can coordinate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's see, and let's see, Bitcoin miner. Okay. Um, and let's see, what does Bree think? What does Bree think of massive female bodybuilders? I think what he's talking about is the female bodybuilders that have like really, really big muscles and like the really big legs and stuff. You know what I mean? The ones that
Yeah.
really, really push. What do you think about all that?
I mean, personally, I don't think I would do it, but I think it's for a competition. So if I feel like I have to really work on something, then sure. But if they're passionate about it, like that's fine. Just
But
do it.
I think you like the look that's the more feminine look, right? The
Yeah,
more
like
traditional.
toning everything, but not like going
Yeah,
big.
yeah, yeah. I think you're right. I think that makes sense.
Yeah,
So yeah, you can overdo it. Just like anything, you can overdo things, right?
right.
Let's see. Triforce Rich says, Bree, don't let those haters get to you. So many girls your age turn to selling themselves to older men for money, but you're trying to build a brand. What? What are you saying? So many girls? No, I don't think that Bree's going to do any of that. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
just know
Okay,
my brand.
so Cheetown says Craig might not have a Rolex on his wrist, but he doesn't. Craig might not have a Rolex on his wrist, but he doesn't have car notes, mortgages, or student loans either. That's right. Well, I had Rolexes on my wrist for many, many years, but I just have chosen to go with Grand Seiko. So there you go. Tim's in the house. I admire female bodybuilders for the hard work they put in, but I don't like the look, says Tim. There you go.
Yeah, me too.
Carlos says, I heard Chip Wong is a new man, and now he really appreciates you. I think you should unblock him. Okay. I think that might just be a rumor. Because I mean, if I'll put it this way: if multiple members of the Wrench Gang suggest that a troll be unblocked, then I'll go ahead and unblock them. But it has to be. I think we have to have at least 3 affirmative votes from Wrench members to unblock a troll. What do you think, Bree?
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. Shouldn't be easy for a troll to get unblocked. Okay, Fisto is in the house. Triforce is Chip Wong, the best man. Okay, Triforce, he's not invited. His alcoholism would ruin the wedding. Okay, so I guess he's saying that Chip's an alcoholic. That's not good. Carlos, are you looking forward to the Crappy Luxury show tomorrow? Hope he doesn't postpone it. Okay. All right. So now we've devolved into talking about other shows. Okay. All right. So Bree, oh, by the way, those Lucchese boots are coming tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
So I'll take some photos of them
Forward to seeing them
and share them with you. Yep. So there's that. And Tim says, "Who is Chip Wong?" And Fisco says, "If you unblock Chip Wong, he would say something to get rebanned almost immediately. Anyway, I vote to unban Fisto. Buserv, no idea of it. I do not know anything of Crappy in the last months." Okay, so he hasn't watched any of Crappy's shows. He scheduled it. Okay. All right. So let me think. What else? You've got a show 1 week from tomorrow, right?
Yeah, September 11th,
So you
9/11.
don't have much time to get organized, right?
Yeah.
You got to get that organized. And
Got it.
let's think what else. And today was push-up day. How did you do?
I thought it was the Even days, push-ups.
Oh, that's right. Today's arms. Ha ha. That was a test. I was testing you.
Okay.
No, actually, I forgot.
Okay.
Okay. So, how did you do?
Good.
Okay.
Doing 4 sets.
Now, what did you do? We had 2 odd days in a row. We had the
12.
31st, and then we had the 1st. What did you do? Did you do arms both days?
Oh, no, I actually did push-ups the
Because
next.
because that's the problem. You have to end up getting out of sequence, right? When you have 2 odd days in a row like that.
What do you recommend?
I think what I ended up doing was I ended up doing 2 days of arms in a row
Oh,
so that I would stay on schedule, right? So that the next even
it's a great
day,
idea.
yeah. But yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. You got to figure out what to do. Sometimes you can just take a day off,
Yeah, like
and
Sundays.
and you can just take a day off and do something else that day, right? So that's another option. I've done that before on days. It only happens when you have a month with 31 days, but but that happens, often enough. So the people in the chat have no idea what we're talking about, right? They don't do the
Well, on
odd
days,
even.
we do arms and legs, and then push-ups on even days.
Yeah. That's just an easy way to keep track,
And
right?
I'm gonna talk about that on the live show as well.
Okay. Good. Yeah, we'll get them up to speed on that. All right, let me
Yeah.
think what else we need to talk about before we let you go. I'm going to show your website. I've got the bug up in the upper right-hand corner, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
And we'll show we'll show your website also. Let's see. Let's see. OnlyFans. I'm just going to catch up here. Let's see. Fisto says OnlyFans is a platform where beautiful women can exploit sad, lonely men into buying sultry pictures. Oh, okay. So that sounds like some kind of a trashy website. Okay. Triforce Rich, an instance of Craig being wrong. He is now only 99.97% accurate. That's right, 99.97. Tim's in the house. Today is not push-up day for me, but beer day. Today's his beer day.
Uh,
Bree isn't on that crap, is she? She's way too classy. That's correct. Yes, Bree's too classy. Let's see. Cheetown says, Craig, is it true that you break out into hives if white gold, rose gold, and tutors touch your skin? Yeah, it would not be good. It would not be a good thing. We'll pass on all that. Let's see. Fisto says
yeah,
she doesn't need it. She's got her own hustle. There you go.
true.
Let's see here. Yeah, Bree's getting her act together. She's no joke. So, BreeFitDance.com. That's where they follow you, right?
BreeFitDance.com, yes.
Now, have you
Or
been
Patreon.
now
You
have you been working on anything recently that you want to show us? Anything you want to demonstrate before we let you go?
Yeah, belly dancing technique.
Is it just something new?
Yes.
What? Let us know in the chat, folks. Do you want her to show this new thing? She's something she's been working on. Let us know in the chat if you want her to do a quick little demonstration. Let's see. Cheetown says Craig should have an OnlyFans show where guys pay him money to trash their watch and fashion choices. Yeah, we should probably do that. We need one more vote to give another opportunity to Chip Wong. Can Bree decide once and for all what type of metal watch she wants? Well, we don't know. She hasn't decided 100% if she wants a steel watch, or steel and gold, or all gold. I mean, and I think that Bree should take her time making this decision, because this is a big decision.
Yeah.
This watch
Yeah,
could last. It could
years.
last your whole life.
For life or years. Yeah.
Yeah, many, many years, right? Let's see. Bree is a gold type of girl. She doesn't want the lower metals. Bree Fit Gold fan. There you go. Yes, Carlos says he wants to see a demo. Yes, demo please. And Tim says, Carlos, I know Chip Wong, but I will take your word and vote to unban him. I don't know Chip Wong. Well, Tim, you're not supposed to just go along with Carlos. That's like no longer an independent vote, right? That kind of undermines the point of having three votes, right? That's like just you're going along with Carlos's. Okay, all right, let's do the demo.
All right, cool. So it's kind of like this.
With the arms, okay.
I'm going like this.
So you kind of move the arms and then the hip thing and all that good stuff.
And like a vacuum.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that works. Yeah, I would say that works.
Just moving the core, nothing.
Now, do you really work the core a lot?
I do.
Okay. And that makes you stronger. It makes you all your dance moves stronger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, folks. That all it takes is a lot of hard work to be successful in these United States. It's all it takes. There's no secret. It's just a lot of hard work, right? And you can see the results. You can see the results. It works. All right. Let's see. I'll just wrap up on the comments here, and then we'll let you go. Lance says Bree should get either all steel or steel and gold. All gold is stunning, but can be a little too flashy sometimes. Well, I don't know. Okay, but she dresses nice. It's a risky move. Let's see how it goes. Okay, gold would look good dancing. Okay, Craig, just unban everyone. Yeah, that's not going to happen. What else is following along? Who else is following along at home? Okay. Some people need to stay banned, says Lance. Triforce Rich, well, if you unban Chip Wong, he may donate a ton to Bree. At this point, it's the only hope of getting some decent financial capital into Bree. Well, if he'll commit to making a substantial donation to the lovely Brianna, then we can talk turkey. Absolutely. Let's see. Kevin's in the house. GS, I'm trying to drive a car here, says Kevin. He almost crashed. He did a little bit of hip movement there, and he almost drove off the road. Carlos says, when I do the same as Bree, for some reason, it does not look the same. So he does those moves, and it doesn't look quite the same. What do you think, Bree?
He might want to practice a bit more.
Okay. Carlos, practice a bit more. There you go. All right. That it might have something to do with other factors, but we'll see. Maybe the practice will help. All right. Well, on that note, we're going to let you go. You're a busy lady, and thank you for calling in.
All right. Thank you.
I'll try to remember to show your website later, too. All right.
Good.
Take care. Lovely Bree. Bree Fit Dance. BreeFitDance.com. BreeFitDance.com. Absolutely. Absolutely, positively. And that is her website, BreeFitDance.com. BreeFitDance.com. Go there and find all the links if you want to support a new artist and help her to be able to create content. There are several ways that you can make a donation, several ways that you can do that. You can make that happen. Let's see here. Chip probably needs to test out the experience before investing. Despite being an alcoholic, his net worth is significant, and he didn't get rich being stupid. Well, I mean, you know, he just won't get unbanned then. That's all that is. You can have all the money in the world and you can still be banned from this show. That's how that whole thing works. You've just got to act properly and treat people with respect on this channel. Especially you have to treat the lovely Lady Brianna with respect, or you will get hit with the wrench. That's how it works. And hit hard with the wrench. Tim's in the house. Carlos, Skype in tomorrow and show us. Okay, he's going to show the dancing. Okay. That was fun, says Bree. Well, thank you for coming in. Carlos says, I will shave my chest and belly and I will try if it looks the same. Okay. Carlos, you gotta go out on a wig too. You should expect Paul Pluta asking you out on dates. Okay. Yeah, he's going to have to get a wig with a lot of hair. She's got a lot of hair, does the lovely Lady Brianna. So, yeah, he's going to have to get a lot of hair there going on. Let's see. And Tim says, I can't imagine that. How did we get off on this tangent? We were talking about gold. We were talking about solid gold watches, and we got off on a tangent, and it's 6:10. So we're going to have to wrap it up. I'm going to give you her website again on the way out here, but thanks for tuning in. Everybody be sure to click the subscribe button and click the thumbs up and the little bell so that you get notifications, the bell so you get notifications. This is the fastest hour in broadcasting. This hour goes fast, so make sure you get your notification. You can make a donation to the lovely Bree. Thanks for watching, everybody.